This is Brian Roberts. He's an artist at Big Idea. He's going to show you how to draw Maewyn Suckett, the young St. Patrick.
This guy's actually really different from a lot of the characters that we normally do because he's very flat. Usually we have very three-dimensional characters who are very round like this. But St. Patrick is going to be built up almost entirely of really simple flat shapes. We're going to be doing circles, triangles, and squares. And between those three shapes, we're going to get the whole character. And then a few other little lines. So I'm going to start out with my blue pencil just to tell me where to put my lines. And for St. Patrick's head, we're going to start out with just a nice big circle, just like that. And he needs a couple eyes, so we're going to just do more circles for the eyes right there. And St. Patrick's nose is just kind of a little U upside down. And obviously he needs a mouth. And his eyes are just going to be more circles. His ears stick out the sides of his heads. They're just little half circles out there. And St. Patrick, when we designed him, we wanted him to look really cute, so we gave him a nice little hat, which is kind of a triangle and a square kind of put together. And coming out of his hat, he's got some big hair, just like that. And that hair was a lot of fun to animate when we were actually making the show. Now, St. Patrick's body is really, really easy. It's just one big square that sticks out the bottom of his head. He doesn't even have a neck usually. And then coming out of the bottom of his body, just more squares or rectangles come out the bottom for his legs. And then he gets little shoes that are kind of like little elf shoes. Funny little shoes just like that. And then we're going to do the triangles now, which make up his shoulders, just like that. And then we're going to do some funny little arms coming out. What's great about St. Patrick is he's a really loose little design, so nothing needs to be really particular or straight on this part. It's just kind of wiggly and wobbly little lines. And we've got everything kind of mapped out now, so we can go back and just kind of color it in with our dark pencil. The reason that I draw with the blue pencil first is because it tells me the relationship between the lines. It shows me where the eyes go and where the mouth goes and all that kind of thing. So that when I come back with a black pencil, it's much easier. There's the hair. And at this point, what we're doing is just kind of going back over our blue pencil with the darker pencil. You could be coming back with a marker, or you could be doing it with crayons, whatever you wanted to do to make your lines darker. There we go, finish off the square for the bottom. Now, as we now know, now that you've seen St. Patrick, he was actually kidnapped by pirates, which I didn't know before I got to work on this show. That was an interesting fact about him. So here we go, we're just kind of tracing over the lines. Now, another fun thing to do to give it a little bit more dimension is to add a little bit of shading. So what I like to do is wherever you've got a part sticking out of another part, like his legs and his arms, I just go back in and fill that in with black. And there you have Maewyn Suckett, also known as St. Patrick.